All right, I think we're good to go. Okay. Um, Hello guys, whoever is watching the stream right now. I am actually in person this time for a video. Uh, One of the rare times I do this. But this is another stream I'm doing. Um, I thought I would have been doing more by now, but I've only ever done that one stream like a while ago where I kind of just drew stuff. Um, but today we have something very different because we're only a few days away from Christmas, so I wanted to do something that was would get me in the spirit. So let's just get this out of the bag. Because today's in this video we have this thing right here. If you can see that, I'm hoping that this is not inverted, the camera, but okay, it doesn't look to be on here though. But we have this gingerbread train here, and I got this from Five Below. It was pretty cheap. And that's mainly what we're going to be doing in the stream today. We're going to be putting this together and, of course, talking about stuff. Be talking with the chat. So, I don't know if I should have everything. I don't think you need any other materials for this, unless it says on the box. No, everything's usually in here. Uh, Actually, no, I might need some scissors for this. We'll see when I get there. But let's actually just get everything out first. So, I'm also kind of just letting people still get in the stream while I'm doing this. Um, oh, okay. Well, this isn't open, is it? Okay, no. Okay, so these are like the main decorations, the sprinkles. Some fell out of the box. I don't know if that was... I don't know if something opened. And probably the most daring part of this is the frosting, which I'm going to try in vain not to eat. And, of course, the main parts. And actually, this is smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be, like, huge. Um, so we're going to try and figure this out. Okay, so I won't need scissors for this part. At least I don't think I will. I hope not, because I do not know where my scissors are right now. Hello, Yemen Yak 2002. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so I don't know where I should begin. Well, I'll start by taking this out. Um, no need for scissors when your nails are very sharp. Actually, no, I just cut mine, so that is not the case, which is why I'm kind of struggling here. Okay, I think I got it. I am so glad that this is not my a standard video, because that would have been more embarrassing. Okay, so there's the wheels, and there's two cars here on the box. It's the main engine and the tender, or Uh, I think that's what that is, or maybe it's a freight car. I don't know. Okay, so the wheels are here. Um, these are supposed to be broken. These are the sides, I think. Trying to find where these go. I'll probably figure it out later. And then these are the front. This is the front of the engine. So there's four of these. You get two sets of them. I thought I don't know why they don't just use one. Well, I guess it's to make up the boiler. So, and then these are this is the roof. This is the roof part right here. And these are the side doors. But on the box, but on the box it's blank. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to like punch out the window part, but because on the box it has like frosting here, so I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, but we'll find out when we get there. And that's basically all the parts here, so we can just start. Hello, Paper Mario 2001. Thanks for joining the stream. I also like this. That this is comes with. You can kind of use this as a mouse pad. It looks like one, which I'll be doing most of this on because this is just a napkin, anyways. So first off, I didn't refrigerate this. I should have. Usually, I want the frosting to be solid, but I did not. It's just been sitting in the box this whole time. So I don't know how that's gonna hold up. I'm hoping this is probably gonna fall apart because the frosting isn't the frosting isn't really that solid. Well, let's just one second. Okay, I had to check something really quick. Okay, so we'll go simplest part first, which is probably going to be the tender car, which I think okay, that's never mind. I just saw that's what this is. That's I was trying to figure out what this is. This is the sides to the tender car. So we'll just start there since they already put these together. So we just kind of break these. Okay, that was easy. Also, if you hear chewing in the background, that's because I got other snacks here. I got my Christmas cookies. Try not to try not to chew that loud. Okay, so I'll get this open. And of course, it's one of these bags, so this is gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna come out nicely or it's gonna explode. I hope it's not the latter of the two. Okay, there we go. It was the former of the two. Alright. And the frosting, I don't know if I want to do this. Well, I'm gonna have to because I have to have this in order to actually put these pieces on it. So because it's like the glue. So I guess I'll just start here. Try not to open it so it doesn't spill all over the place. Um, hang on a minute. So, okay, so the wheels are just pieces of frosting. I thought they had extra wheels that went to this, but I guess not. I'm hoping that's I'm hoping that's the case. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this thing once I'm finished with it. I might eat it. I might just display it, at least until it gets old. Okay, I'll start with the little details first, since that is just the side here. So we have to put the frosting on the, like this, I just call it an S because that's what it, we have to put the frosting on here and then put the candy on it. So I'll just go ahead and try this. Um, I'm already having second thoughts. I'm gonna try and get this as best as I can. But hey, if this goes wrong, I'm just gonna eat the frosting. I now see what I should have opened it on the side. There's a thing here. There we go. Perfect. All right. Because I want it to come out the side instead of the middle. All right. Here goes nothing. Um, well, let me try and get this in the shot. There we go. Okay. Um, I wish I just gave it. I wish it had the tube top on it. Yeah, I can already tell this is not gonna work. Maybe I can. Um, I wish it had just like the. I wish it was like the glue stick top, where it just had the. Because this is all coming out like one blob. It's solid. Oh, that. Hold on, maybe I can do it manually. Yeah. I might have to do it this way because I have no idea how else I'm gonna get that to be there. This already looks really bad. Um, hello, heavy Masons. I think that's how it's pronounced. Glad you could join the stream. We are very badly putting this thing together because they did not give me any other tools to use here. I wish this was painting. I would have tools to actually fix this. Okay, I got it. Glad I got this napkin. So, um, I might need some more. 'Cause I did not have to do this last time I built one of these, because it actually came with a proper thing to apply the frosting, but this one does not. But I guess that's what you get from shopping at Five Below, like I did. Okay, that's not the worst thing I've seen, uh, but I guess we'll just start. I'll put some of the candy decorations on here. I hate working with these small things. Um, I'm just glad this isn't warm. It's still got consistency to it, the icing, so I can at least actually stick stuff on here. So this is this is just I have no opinions on this right now. Um, I'll put one more here. Uh, okay, that makes it look somewhat better. I I really don't know what to think about that. All right, now the next one. I'll just leave that as it is. This is probably going to get worse as I have to actually put the wheels on it, which is also icing. Um, it's kind of it reminds me of wood filler. This icing, because in the way that I would have to apply this is exactly how I would apply wood filler for some working on something. This okay. This looks marginally better, but this looks somewhat better than the first attempt. I still have some here. Okay, that's way too much. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, this I made it work somehow. Not really, because it keeps unsticking every time I touch it. Okay. Um, all right, that's probably as good as it's gonna get, so I might as well just start with the candy pieces. I don't, people say they eat these. I don't even know why at this point. They're so tiny. I'm gonna laugh if I'm doing all this just to find out my mic is not turned on. It should be though. There we go. Uh, I don't really know. No, I'm not gonna use that. You don't put a white candy piece on white icing. It's just you're not gonna be able to see it. And one little stick man candy here. I don't. I thought these were stars at first. They're not. Okay. So this one also turned. Hold on. This one also turned mildly better. This turned out mildly okay. Um, eat another cookie. I have to mute anytime I'm chewing this. Okay. Um, now the sides. So we have to put these together and then assemble, use these to go with it. I don't, okay, so it goes like that. This shouldn't be that hard. Now I'm dealing with this because I opened the other side up. This does really remind me of, yeah, this really does remind me of like wood filler. This is just really like in the way the icing is right now. Hello, just a random duck guy. Glad you could join the stream. Um, yes, we are badly putting together this gingerbread train here. Okay, I think that works. Now let's just put it together. I'm hoping I don't have to follow the 10-second rule like I would with normal glue, but we'll just sit on its side for now. Perfect. All right, that doesn't look too bad so far. So next we'll have to do this side. So I'll do this again. I wish I had like music or something like Christmas music, but I do not want to get copyright claimed. Um, yeah, I'm trying to do this without the proper like tools needed for this. I don't know why the kit didn't give me a regular like icing tube that you could just get the stuff out easily, but they just gave me this bag. So I have to use my hand to put the icing actually on the gingerbread, and it is very messy. Whatever. Oh, that's not even that bad. That's actually good. Whatever gets on my hand, I'm just gonna eat. All right, now this side goes here. For this, I don't really think it matters if it falls over. It's gonna probably do that anyways if it's heated in here from the heat. Now the last part. And now I'm realizing I should have done the wheels first. Now the this part. Yeah, this doesn't look as bad as I anticipated. I thought it was going to be worse than this. But we'll see. This is just the first part. I haven't even gotten to the main steam engine yet, and that's the most complicated part of this. So I'm kind of not hopeful for it. Okay, so that should be good. I think that's enough on here. So I'm gonna try and put this here. Let me just. Yeah, that tastes warm. Um, do you remember watching Breadwinners? I do actually. I remember when it premiered on Nickelodeon. I kind of my opinion on the show changed obviously as I got older because when I was younger, I actually kind of liked it because I was in the main demographic, like the target audience at the time. But I don't really have many opinions on it. I know people have asked me like many times to review the show, but I'm just kind of just indifferent towards it. Plus, I kind of got tired of just reviewing Nickelodeon shows on the channel. I wanted to like just look at other stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, it was I still don't think it wasn't the worst show I've seen there. At least not worse than Sanjay and Craig. Because I know a lot of people liked that show. Okay, I'm gonna attempt the wheels, so I'm gonna need a lot of icing. Um, I think I can just go ahead and just stick. This is what's gonna kill the entire thing here. There is no way I'm gonna get this right. It won't stay. Oh, that is bad. Oh my God. Um, yeah, that is not exactly what I would call. Wonderful. Uh, okay. Let me just. Oh God. Okay, I think. Okay, I can put this back. Actually, this is not like glue. It doesn't dry. God, I feel like I don't like mentioning Boogie 2988, but I remember his video from like a long time ago when he tried to do this, and it went exactly as this is going. I'm probably gonna keep a count of how many times this happens. Um, can you make a video about a French show called Totally? I've heard of Totally Spies actually. I've seen other reviews on it. Who knows? I might actually get around to doing that one day. I know it also kind of it's kind of a weird show. Okay, we're back to where we left off before this thing fell apart. I think I think I'm just gonna skip the wheels for now because that is not gonna work. I'm just gonna start on the steam engine, the main part. So we got these. I'll just break them off. Do you remember Welcome to the Wayne? I vaguely do. I remember there were promos for it on TV a long time ago, and kind of just I know there was the most I know about it was there was a episode with a SpongeBob cameo in it, but outside of that I never really watched the show. It just kind of I think it just kind of came and went. It was almost perfect. Yeah, the cow catcher, I don't know if you can see that the end there got stuck to that. So, and I am not using icing to fix that. Okay, so according to the box here, we have. Okay, so three of these go on the front and one goes on the back. So I'll have to use a lot of icing for this, which I'm not. If I've learned anything from this so far, is that the icing has just been really bad. It has not been on my side. All right, put this. I'll just start stacking them. I might, and then I have to put it on the sides. Yeah, I also, um, with breadwinners, I also kind of saw it when it first like I saw some of it at first, and then I didn't start fully watching it until later, until after like the first couple episodes had come out. But at the time, yeah, I didn't really hate it because I was a young kid when it came out. Um, I don't think I need to put this much. This is I don't know how I'm continuing to do this. This is just I'm just pressing on. Just thug it out. So this is just gonna go in the, this has to hold it. So I'm just gonna put this in the middle. because I have to stack this on top of this one. Okay, there we go. Okay, that looks good. You can't even see that, and you're not supposed to, honestly. But then I have to do this. Hold on a minute. I don't know why I keep eating this frosting. It's icing. It's not good. Tastes like box. So I have to do this on the sides of the boiler. They go like around on the sides like that, and I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna pull that off. Um, okay. Uh, I'll just put this will be the final part here. This is the third part of the front of the boiler that has to go on there. See if I can. All right, that looks good. That's good. We don't need that much on here anyways. There we go. Okay, so that's how that's supposed to go. And it's already slipping. I can already tell this is not gonna last. Okay. Now I'll try and go simplest to the hardest part. Okay, so the sides, the cab roof, I can't talk. The cab roof is right here. These are the doors that go on each side. So you get two of these here. And then this is the roof that goes on top. So this seems pretty simple. I'll just start that next. Will you ever do a review on Teen Titans Go? Um, Probably, honestly, probably not, because I would probably just be saying what most of the YouTubers who've done a review on the show have already said. And I don't like. Usually, I like to come up with an original conclusion when it comes to shows, but I think everyone's already said what you could possibly say about that show, so probably it's unlikely. Unless I get desperate for views, maybe I'll do that, so. Alright, I was just checking something. Uh, right. Um, I'll do this. Or actually, hang on. I have an idea. I'm gonna take a brief intermission and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I went and got a butter knife just in case. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't kill my channel for that because I know how they are with certain things in the videos. So let's continue. Wasn't Teen Titans Go hated from the beginning? I think so. Um when it first came out, I wasn't really engaging with the main like opinions on the internet about the show, so I don't really remember, but I think most people didn't like it. Okay, this should make things easier. Sort of. Just for the love of God, why didn't they just give me a normal like icing tube? I shouldn't have to do this like putting butter on toast. Okay, this is not marginally better, but not by much. And this just looks like crap. Trying to I'm starting with this first because I'm gonna have to do the roof last, and I don't want this to fall over again. This looks just really bad. I don't even know if I could call that a window. All right, next I'll try I'm gonna attempt this again on the second side, but it's bad, but it's better than using my hands like I was earlier to put the frosting on. But I mean, this is nice to do because it gets me in the mood for Christmas because I wasn't at first. It had been kind of hard for me to get into Christmas spirit this year, mostly due to things outside of my YouTube channel. All right, this cannot be the worst. This cannot be the worst thing out there. I'm sure there are worse gingerbread houses. All right, I'm gonna try and put little the candies on here now. Start with this. This is not something I would want to display. Oops. Let me move this out of the way just in case. Another Christmas tree. And I don't even know what these are supposed to be. There's just red dot and stick man. I thought it was a star. Okay, I think that's good for this side. Um, don't even know what to call that. Hold on, this one's missing some icing. Was thinking of a Christmas themed like cartoon video to make on YouTube, but I just could not come up with any. But I do have a Christmas video planned, but it's not a cartoon one. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna put one tree here, and that's gonna do it for that side. All right, looks pretty good, sorta. I am lying to myself. Now I'm going to attempt the roof. Okay, so here it is right here. Now I have to do this. So this has two whole layers of icing on it. And this is already off to a bad start, as everything has been this entire stream. This is like, oh my god. Breadwinners or cat dog? I would pick cat dog easily. I didn't I liked that show, honestly. Cat dog. I thought it was an interesting premise for it, for a show. It was actually one of the first shows I saw that got me into watching like classic cartoons, because I used to watch it when Nicktoons used to air it, but that was before uh like the 90s or all that had started on Teen Nick. So the only way to watch it on Nicktoons was like if you stayed up late enough to see it, and I don't know how, but I did. Okay, that's I think as close as I'll get to calling that done. I used to like Rugrats more when I was a kid. I saw some of it by the time I was like by the time I was born, the show was pretty much finished. Because it ended in 2004, I believe. But I still got to see it all the time because Nickelodeon aired reruns of the show. I think the first thing I remember seeing the uh the crossover movie with the Wild Thornberries on TV, and that was like one of the main introductions to that both of those shows actually. I just realized I am not supposed to be doing this. There are no details that go on here on the top part, but I did it anyways because I was not paying attention. And one last one, and that's gonna do it for the top part. I remember making Fiends too. I remember when it first started airing. I still think it should have went on longer. It's just like the way Nickelodeon treated that show to this day is still just is messed up. I'm about to break this thing. Come on, this is a butter knife. You're supposed. The idea is to spread the icing. There we go. Finally, God, got this to work. Yeah, I liked making Fiends when it first aired. I remember there was like a bunch of shows from that time period that came out like around the same time, but none of them lasted too long. Like making Fiends, the Mighty Bee, El Tigre, those all came out around the same time. I remember seeing all those when they premiered. I always liked El Tigre's art style. Um, this might need a little bit more. Okay, that's done. Now put this on. They don't tell me they don't on the box they don't show me how this is actually supposed to go, so I'm just gonna wing it. And there we go. And this thing cannot stand up on its own, so oops, I'm just going to lean it against the tender car here, if it will cooperate with me, which it is not. Okay, finally, I got it to stay upright. Yeah, I agree on that with Fanboy and Chum Chum. That was just that show was I really think that's when the quality started to dip with the Nickelodeon shows. Which one? Oh, this is the backside. Okay. So this should be good now. Now I gotta add the details. Wait, do I want to do that first? It doesn't matter. Um, okay, actually, it's better to do it this way. because I have to do this first. I mean, I have to attach this first. I think I got that right. Yeah, in terms of Fanboy and Chum Chum, I think it would do well today. I got a comment like that on my video. I think it would have dominated the age of brain rot that we're in now. Like if it had come out today, it probably would have been way popular among like on TikTok and stuff. The brain rot apps. Since that was 90% what the show was. I'm just I'm just beating this thing with a knife. Yes, I agree. Augie is peak. The first couple seasons, mainly the first three, in my opinion, at least. I also rewatched Space Goofs, which was another show by the same company. I also thought that was interesting. I had done that right after I finished the video on Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, so I was just hearing after hearing Charlie Adler play Whiskers and then hearing him in Space Goofs, it was just a funny coincidence. Okay. I know it's probably hard to see, but I'm just doing this from this side. I'm just connecting this to the this part, and I'm praying that this doesn't fall. This is not gonna work. Yeah, this looks bad. Well, if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna eat the frosting. Yeah, this won't even stay together. I don't know if you saw that, but it's just falling apart. I keep wiping my hands off. Okay. Oh, this is uneven. There, I fixed it. Now uh the cow catcher, I guess, of this thing. I had also heard about that coconut Freds. Yeah, I most people just said it was a SpongeBob ripoff, and it kind of it comes off that way once you see it, with just how much hyperactivity there is. So I'm supposed to put lines here. I am not doing that, so I'm just gonna wing it. Okay. Uh, well, it couldn't be any worse. I just have to lean it up against this. I'll turn this over this way so you guys can see it, how it's coming along, because it's been facing this way the whole time. There we go. I think some of these I'm probably just going to skip out on for the details, because I don't even know how I would be able to pull that off. Okay, now we're going to do the details on the front, which is not much. Thought this would have been easier with the butter knife. That that looks like something else happened to this train. That looks uh very suggestive. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's just put the details on it. And off screen, the other car just fell apart. Um, why is this going like this? I don't know how. I don't know how many I'm supposed to put here. I'll just try and cover that up at least. Okay, there we go. Now, oh, now I need to put the frosting on this part. There we go. That okay. Stay. It's leaning. Okay, not too bad. Now the wheels. The one pair of wheels this thing came with, which is just these. Um, hmm. Okay, I'll do the mini details first. I am not doing what's on the box. I'm incapable of doing that. Yep, that was captured on film. Um, wish I had the Roblox sound effect anytime this thing fell over. Now stay. Okay. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Okay, there we go. Um, now I'll just put some details here. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do for this, for the wheels. Because on the box they're supposed to look like this. Um, they have all these detail. Hold on, I don't know if you can see that. They have all these details on them and stuff, and like the lines and everything. But I cannot do that with this butter knife, so I'm just gonna leave it at this. Now let's do this. I'm surprised I haven't ran out of frosting yet. All right, this side. Have the little pieces. There we go. Okay, that side is done. Now let me put this one on. All right. And I can't see from this angle, so I'm going to try and wing it. All right, there we go. Ah, it's finally taking shape. That's at least the most I can say. Though this part does look pretty plain on right here, so I'm going to try and add something. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't really know what the end game is for this, but there is one nonetheless. Now I'll do this, and then I'm not gonna do all around. I'm just gonna put the top here, and then I'm just gonna get the top here, and then add the I'm just the sprinkles, I should say. This looks very bad. I'm gonna... Oh, oh look. Oh look, it fell apart. Just to show you the quality of these kits here. I know they're not meant to stick, but still, some. I wish they were sturdy, you know. And I keep dropping these pieces. Excuse me. I'm probably gonna post this to my Blue Sky account, a picture of this once it's finished, or at least after the stream ends, because you'll probably see it afterwards. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Now, and last but not least is the back side. Now, I'm not even gonna decorate this because it's not even facing the front, so I'm just gonna add the icing on the back to stick, so it can stick on. I don't even know what the point of this is. All right, that's good enough. I think that's a fair amount. And it's stuck. Finally, something went right with this thing. And now we're on to the final part, which is just the car on the back, the tender. So let's fix it first, because it fell apart off screen. If I do end up eating this gingerbread uh, train, I'm at least something came from this. Probably end up giving it to my family or something to eat. The raccoons might like it if it ends up in the garbage. And I dropped it. I have dropped it on the floor. This side. We are not using that because that floor is not what I would call clean. So we have a tender missing a side, basically. Oh, crap. Okay. Trying to get the final part. We good? Okay, we are. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Stay. Okay, there we are. Now the last but not least, the pieces. This went very different than what I thought it was going to. I'll just, since I'm already getting my final thoughts out. Oh crap. Okay, now how am I gonna um I have to very slowly tilt it. There we go. And that pretty much sums up this train, this stream, and this stream as a whole, basically. I wish I could zoom in. This is what we spent the last however long it's been trying to make. So we're down a wall. One side of this thing is missing completely because it fell on the floor while I was doing this, and I was not about to do that. I was not about to use that because, yeah, the floor is not clean. So just this side, just this whole thing just looks weird. But at the end, we got this done. So don't I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm probably just gonna display it. And then I still have a bunch of the frosting left, so that'll go somewhere. Probably use it on the cookies that I still have. But it's not it's not bad. Okay, it is bad. It's not it could have been worse, is what I'm saying. But yeah, that is a gingerbread train for the most part. So that has pretty much been the entire live stream for today. So I'll probably be posting a better picture of this on my Blue Sky if you want to check it out, which it's also in the description for this stream. So if you want to go follow me there, um, you can actually. The merch shop is also in the description. The T Public store, which is actually where I got this shirt I'm wearing right now. So if you want something from there, it's also in the description. But that is basically going to wrap up today's live stream. So I hope you enjoyed being here to watch this mess unfold. Um, so as always, be sure to support the channel by subscribing, liking, and checking out the other videos. And yeah, not much else to really say. So I will see you guys in the next video, which shouldn't be too far from now. And hopefully you guys have a good Christmas and New Year's. So yeah, we'll see you guys later.